This is a 2007 Kawasaki ZZR 600. In this video, I'll show you how to deal with your fuses and how to check them out. First off, the fuse box is somewhere around under the seat, around the battery, not too far away from it, so somewhere in the middle of the bike. Your box may not say fuse on it, but there are fuses behind it. This one has a lid that opens like so. And there are your fuses, but that's not all your fuses. There's one more fuse here where it says also very cunningly fuse. What the heck is this here? This is your main fuse. When the bike starts up and the battery positive and negative terminals are powering the starter motor, power first flows to the solenoid here. There's a solenoid, a starter solenoid here, okay? There are other solenoids on the bike. This one is your starter solenoid, and it has when it operates in a normal operation, it should click or tick when it works, and it's a switch basically, okay? A solenoid is a switch. Your fuse is, for the main fuse, is here, and it is a 30 amp fuse. All fuses have some amp ratings. I want to take it out. You can see how that works. Taking out usually takes a pair of pliers or something to grab it with seriously. Okay, I'm gonna put it back with two hands on when I see what I'm doing. And so you have a bunch of fuses here. Those fuses can be referenced by this lid. You can kind of match the picture there. It says from the left hand, spare, 30 amp, 10 amp. So this is a spare main fuse, this is a spare anything fuse, because all the rest are 10 amp circuits and 10 amp fuses. You can see horn, ACC, how about acceleration or starter, I don't know, not starter. I don't know, fan, headlight, tail light, IG, maybe ignition probably, and turn signals, all of them. So if your bike doesn't start or doesn't run, or you hear this one making this clicking sound and it's still not going, check out your fuses. I have some burnt out fuses nearby, and oh, I forgot, you got more fuses here on the side. On this bike you got 20 amp fuses. How do I show this to you? There you can see 20 amp fuses, one spare, one real, and here is another fuse for something else. I really haven't, I just found it right now. I haven't read the wiring diagram on this one. What I want to show you here is in your bike or car, you have probably these kind of fuses. All of these are burnt out here. You can see how burnt out fuses look like. In the middle of them, there is, the bridge is broken. Okay, this is a good one. Can you see that U-shaped wire in the middle? You kind of have to tilt your head and tilt the camera so you get rid of all glare and reflection. That one checks out. That's a perfect fuse. Maybe hold it this way against the light. It should be good at the feet of the mountain and at the top of the mountain, everywhere. So that one's broken at the top of the hill there. That one's broken at the top of the hill. That one's melted at the top of the hill there. And this one has been chewed up by pliers, but also kind of missing at the top of the hill there. So that's how these bad fuses look like. They all have different ratings. This is a 15 amp. This is, I don't know, 10. Another 15. That's a 30. And this is a box of good fuses. They have a couple of different sizes. This is bus mini, and this is bus standard, I guess. So when you replace those, keep in mind that the mini and the normal size, you know, they're quite different. So that's all I have to say about fuses now. Some of the vehicles do come with a small fuse puller when you look behind the fuse panel. In this case, it's this little white item here. I'm trying to get it out with one hand and not drop it. There, that's how it looks like. That's all there is to it, and that's how it works. When you pull a fuse with it, try not to squeeze on it, because that's gonna drop the fuse down somewhere where God knows what lives. So it clips on just like so. And then, just to make sure that you don't pinch it, I usually change direction and just pull it like so. And then you have a fuse in your hand and you can check it out. Once you're done checking it out, again, don't hold it this way, just to be on the safe side, and just put it back where it was, just like so. And I'm just pushing it in and then release it like so. Make sure it's good and tight with your hand there. I'm just gonna pull it out one more time fast, and if you squeeze the handles, it's gonna drop the fuse, so don't do it. Alright, I'm gonna fire up the bike and let's listen to the sound the starter solenoid makes. Yeah, it's a clicking sound that's different from the starter motor's grinding sound. That's the ticking sound I'm listening for. This one's fine. Perfect.